behavior issues in the classroom. I mean, many times when we have students who have behavior issues, it often can be traced back to family problems. Either the family has problems at home and the kids are here acting up or something, or some kids sometimes, don't even feel comfortable or safe at home. And so they come here and this is their safe place. And they don't want to spend the day sitting in class being quiet, listening to the teacher. They want to spend time with their friends and socializing. And we can understand that because that's their one time that they're free. I mean, I talk to a lot of kids here and at LA Academy, the same thing, and say, okay, well, you guys, we have Christmas break coming up. Oh, you're going to have 3 weeks or something to hang out together. Oh, no, mister, I'm not going to see my friends for all of the whole break. Why not? Oh, because my friends live, somewhere else in town and my parents won't let me go there or I can't get there or something. So that's an issue too that we have here, stuff like that. But generally I would say a lot of the kids that we have behavior problems with is because the family's messed up. There's problems at home of some sort. And so we've got both the family problems and then the issue of culture, issue of, education of the parents, even parents who want to help. If the parents of themselves only finish like maybe 6th grade and they really want to help and they think education is important, how can they help? And sometimes they don't know what to do. So all of these things become vital. So then what happens is the school has to sort of try to substitute for the parents, right? We have to try to give the students counseling, help give them advice, things like that. But there's only so much we can do, and that becomes a big issue. And this, the answer for the teachers is always, oh, we're having a problem with some student or some students falling behind in the grades. Well, call the parents, call them in. We'll have a parent conference. And what happens? The parent conference comes. The parents come to school, and we sit down, and we say, oh, your son or your daughter is behaving this way in class or doing this or that. And the parent then says, oh, they're the same way at home. Please tell me what to do. How can I control them? We said, wait a minute. We called you to ask you to control your, how to control your son or daughter. And they're asking us for advice. Now, what are we supposed to do there? How do we deal with that? Now, is that to say that students in other kinds of schools, other communities, other areas don't have problems at home? No, of course not. They do. I remember I met some teachers at Beverly Hills High School, and they were saying that we were talking about the difference. They said, oh, they have a lot of problems with neglect also. They've got these rich families. And parents say, oh, we're going off to New York for a week. Here's $1,000, get lunch, get dinner. We'll see you in a week. Okay? And that's not really a better situation either. But I would say, in general, though, they have less of these kind of problems than we have, or they have more manageable problems than we have. So I think that's the role of the parents is vital. Now, what can you do about it? That's the question. What can we do about it? We have parent classes, we have things like that, but it's a very hard situation. And hopefully, things will happen like with my family. My family obviously were immigrants too at another time. And my family came to America and it took 3-4 generations before people really worked their way up through the system. And it's kind of sad to say to somebody, look, don't worry. Okay, I know your life's messed up, your children are messed up, but your great-grandchildren will do wonderfully. So don't worry about what's good. I mean, that you can't do that. That's not, that doesn't work for the family. It doesn't work for us today. And so how we deal with this is very frustrating, and we're trying to figure out ourselves. So those are a lot of issues. And another thing that we see happen here, and you see it with your family as well to some extent, that when you meet the parents, you say, oh, very nice people, very hardworking, everything's great, but these people are immigrants. They're obviously Guatemalan, Mexican, Chinese, whatever. But the children are clearly American. And there you see, even within the family, there's a clear cultural differences. And that, I'm sure, is leading to issues between parents and children themselves in terms of what they think is proper behavior, what they value, and things of that type. And I saw that with my dad and my grandfather a little bit. My grandfather was actually born in Poland. He came here as a small baby, but he was raised by his parents who were actually, Polish natives. And, my dad was completely American. And sometimes they had different concepts of, how to value things and stuff like that. So all of these things are a problem. All right, I'm running out of things to say.